So I'm sure you're all aware of the first strike glitch, where if you buff it with as many things as possible, like Permanent Brew, Homeland Defense, Temple of the Monkey God, True Sun God, and whatever else gives Pierce, then like your ability is like 10 times stronger, or even more. So it also happens, I mentioned that it happens on other abilities, one of them being a Sarabama / Ground Zero. So just to show you how much damage it does, we're gonna send a random balloon, like a bad, and activate everything that gives Pierce. So Azili, Homeland. So, you see that applies damage twice. So it's not quite as OP as like First Strike, where it does like 1 million damage, 3 million. It only does it twice. So with Ground Zero, let me just take a look here. 7,600 pops. It should activate 3 times if we have the max amount of things here, which we do. So, 1, 2, 3. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Okay, so the Ground Zero in this scenario dropped 3 times, as you saw right there, in very rapid succession. So let me just try again. I don't know if it's like random, but it seemed like the Star Bomb only did 2 times, and the Ground Zero 3. So just to verify here, Totem, Homeland, Sar. That's 1, that's 2. Actually, I think that's 3. No, that's 3, right? So the Star Bomb does like 3,000 per shot, so it went up to 21, so basically, that was 9,000. So never mind, it's actually 3 times. I just didn't see it the first time. So I think the first strike was 4, but with the Ground Zero, you can only get up to 3, which I guess ain't too bad. I guess the reason why for the first strike you get 4 is because you got Sub Commander too. Sub Commander gives you extra Pierce on your subs, but you do not have the same upgrade for the Ace. So I guess we'll just recycle our old save with the first strikes. The good thing is we got 336,000 damage, or dollars. Enough to buy a billion, a kajillion first strikes, or Ground Zeros, so we'll do just that. Before we get Ground Zeros, first strikes, Sarbamas, let me get this TSG first, because we're that close. So let me just try to survive with these for now. Is Steam worse than mobile? Well, in this update, yes. Because you literally can't progress without crashing. However, it's definitely a lot less laggy, so if there was no lag, or no crashing, then Steam would be far superior, but yeah. So we've accumulated enough money for a True Sun God and more. Enough to get maybe a couple first strikes, couple of Sarbamas after, Sarbamas Ground Zeros. So, first of all, the thing is I don't want my temple to be, I only want the support temple to be sacrificed with support, because I just want to see if the Sarbamas, Ground Zeros, and first strikes alone can take us to the promised land. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of everything here, just so the temple is only buffed by supports. Great! So now we got the max True Sun God, although probably the weakest Sun God you can ever get. The pure support temple, you never see this, ever, unless I'm doing a stupid challenge. So, we need to get back a Homeland Defense, and everything else on top. Okay, so after getting everything back up, we're actually only down to 66k. Actually a little more than that, hold on. 53.5, okay. So how much do we have? How many Ground Zeros can we afford with this money? Again, we'll put them all under range of a Jungle Drum, so let me do this. Got some good real estate on the right here. Okay, that's 4. That's 3 Ground Zeros, and 1 Sarbama. Okay, so we'll play. Also, our tech bots are all disconnected, so hold on. Let me just reconnect them. Let me tech bot the Ground Zeros now. They take priority over the first strikes. Alrighty, this guy's already 115k. Not too bad. So, let's get some of these guys. Tech bots. We'll get 12. All the free ones we got. Alright. Oh, fuck, we just crashed. This is not... this is not good. We got 2 more. 1 more. Okay. Oh, we're gonna crash. Again. Really, Steam? It might be the first strike plus bad glitch. Maybe that's why. So maybe we will sell first strikes? I don't know. Do we have too many first strikes? I'm gonna sell these 3. And I'm going to start building more Ground Zeros. Because if I'm aware, Ground Zero does not crash the game. At least if you pop a bad that way. So yeah, we'll do Ground Zeros. How about that? Swear to God if we crash this time, I'll be hella cheesed. Oh, fuck you. You gotta be kidding me. Do we just sell all the first strikes then? Holy crap. I'm gonna get rid of every single first strike, and we're just gonna go purely Ground Zero. This may be a bad thing. Actually, hold on. We'll just keep a few here. Let me just see if we just get rid of a majority of them. Maybe that'll help a decent amount. So with that said, we're gonna find any damn space we can for these GZs. Okay, now we have how many ground zeros? That's a lot, I don't know. We'll play. And let me tech bot these guys now instead of the first strikes. And let's see if we crash. If we do crash, I'm gonna assume it might be the temple, I don't know. It's gotta be something. Like, I believe it's the first strike, but it could not be. So without first strikes, we're not crashing, but we're definitely doing a lot worse than before. And when I say a lot worse, I mean it. So let me homeland, totem, all that. Anything but use first strike. But you see, the ground zero glitch is not quite as OP as, well, first strikes. But we're starting to lag, that's a lot of balloons. Let me just use one. I guess we can use the first strikes when there's no bads. How does that sound? Okay. It's a lot more laggier without... Oh. Ooh. We had no first strikes. It had to be something else. I need a 030 Alchemist to stop the crashing. You think that would help? It might. But I think we'll clear 195 without... Oh, no. Just as I said it, we crashed. Alright, let's have a new challenge. Can you get through one round without crashing? Alright, somebody said use a cock to stop the crashing, so I will. The more cocks, the less crashes. So I'll do 2 of them, or 3. More the merrier, why not? Let's get 3. Okay, let's see. I want this to be like an only glitched ground zero / first strike showcase, but apparently the game does not let us to do that. Doesn't allow us to do that anymore. Feels bad, man. Is that the end? Hold on. Okay. So we dropped cocks that round, and there was no crashing. Hey, you might be right. For some unknown reason, they stopped crashing. So round 4 of cocks, and still no crashing. Alright, I think we found a solution, guys. The solution to stop all crashing seems to be use your cock. Very wisely. So with that said, I guess we are safe. At least I feel like I'm safe to drop a few more ground zeros. So let me try that. I do have a few more tech bots that I might wanna drop, but again, I'm scared. If you drop a tech bot and the game crashes before the round ends, then you lose them forever. Round 200, boys. Can these ground zeros actually beat the 4-5 ad if we don't use the hex? Because right now it's on cooldown. I'm gonna just use a few first strikes, just because right now it's not really fully killed. So I think we can afford to use like a few here, like one more. Okay, I'll stop. And there we go. Ground zeros just deleted that. Although it probably is really hard to see right now. All these ground zeros are on circle. They're flying everywhere, man. They're not quite as clean cut as first strikes. Now the screen is like cluttered with a bunch of garbage. I mean, that's probably why we're crashing, eh? Okay, and round 200 insta. Again, every 100 rounds you get a free insta. We got a nice village, cool. I'll take it. But yeah, I'm assuming all these bomber aces, these darts, the explosions, they're all adding up. So what can we do? Should we try to move the aces like as far away? Take it off the screen, if they can. Like this guy's on circle, we'll leave it figure infinite. Yeah, figure infinite. That means half the time it will be out of screen. We'll just try to do everything we can to reduce the amount of silly aces flying around the screen. If we can. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the pops. 1 million, yeah, not quite as OP, not even close. You got some first strikes here that were placed really early. 8 million. I feel like we're gonna lag or crash soon. Hopefully not. Oh! Yep, we crashed. How come I just had that feeling? Alright. If we crash one more time, I'm done. I'm done with this run. As a wise man once told me, the more conks you have, the better. So let's get 10. So again, just to help with the less particles on screen, we'll use first strikes just for the zoom G's here. But yeah, these particles all on the screen, not helping. I wish there was a targeting on these ground zeros that say, go away, but there's none. But yeah, right now, let's use a few ground zeros here. You see they're not nearly as good as like first strikes, see? We used 5 GZs, it did no damage. But let me use a few first strikes now. And here comes the lag, but look, 2 ground zeros or first strikes, gone. They're gone. The irony, yeah. Apparently you make the game more stable if you use unstable cocks. But I think even like overall, this glitch is way more powerful on first strikes compared to ground zeros. Like really come late game, even 9,000 damage is not a lot. Like that's the strongest you get with Star Bomber. And for the ground zero, it's only 2,100. but with the first strike, you can get like 3 million at once. So to break even, let's do some math. Let's break even. So if a Star Bomber does 9,000 damage to each balloon, and a first strike can do, let's say on average 2 million, it can go up to 3 million. Let me just input my calculator here. So the Star Bomber would need to do 9,000 damage, or there would have to be 222 balloons of the track for it to break even. But that's also including the fact that each balloon on the track has 9,000 damage, or HP, which I assume at this point in the game, mobs don't, so it's only going to be BFBs and up. Oh, yeah, we just crashed before I even finished what I was talking about. Oh, well, I guess we're done.